What's up, my little title tots? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you were Lizzo, I don't know what's going on. Is she trying to get into her villain era? Lizzo has formally clapped back at her dancers that accused her of doing all these, like forcing them to do things with garden produce. I'm just saying, I'll never look at Dole bananas again the same way, right? And all that stuff. Lizzo has the nerve to clap back. And this time, get this, and it's through TMZ. So, baby, Lizzo intends to sue backup dancers. My accusers took photos with topless dancers. Now, let's get into the story because I want to say this. Lizzo is an idiot, and she is 100, in my mind, she is 100% guilty of what those dancers are accusing her of doing. At least this is in my mind because, y'all, what's going on with Lizzo? This is the dumbest response back. I did it, but yeah, they liked it. And not even that, these girls explained how they were desperate to keep their jobs. And Lizzo saying because she got photos of them smiling. If this don't in the Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby's, whatever, if you guys don't know, Lizzo's lawyer is actually, he literally defends monsters for a living. She said, and don't forget with her denial, before we get into this, she said she was hurt by the sensationalized accusations, but she never said it didn't happen. Now she's saying, oh, it happened, but they like it. Y'all, something ain't clicking in Lizzo's head. She was more concerned about letting us know that her man, right, the guy that some girl said that she stole from, and all her stolen ideas, she more wanted us to know that her and her man were together than even addressing this mess. She's hired Marty Singer. This is the lawyer who's worked on recent cases against Jonah Hill, Johnny Depp, Bill Cosby, I think Harvey Weinstein, maybe even more. Was he on Harvey Weinstein's case? I'm literally actually also Marty Singer are close friends, right? With the Kardashian. Marty is from Brooklyn. He has over 4 decades of legal experience. He told Vanity Fair in 2017, I love a lot of my clients and I care for them. And if somebody F's with my clients, they effing with my family and they're effing with me. Oh, God. Anyway, right? He's worked with John Travolta, Bill Cosby, Kim Kardashian, Chris Brown, and Jonah Hill, to name a few. He represented Tristan Thompson and Caitlyn Jenner with the Kar Jenner family, as well as Quentin Tarantino, Jim Carrey, and Michael Jackson. Listen, Lizzo said these sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. Okay, listen, let's get into what Marty pulled. Lizzo got plans to sue she has got plans to sue the same backup dancers who are taking her to court. And new photos appear to show her accusers having a great time backstage following some nude entertainment in Paris about a month after the infamous banana incident in Amsterdam. So let me get this straight. They said they did not want to eat bananas out of the places, nether regions of random people in Amsterdam. And your defense for why you are obviously innocent is that you have pictures of them smiling a month later in Paris and taking pictures with topless dancers at a burlesque show in Paris. I believe this burlesque show was I forget what the show was called. But you know that it's a French thing. The dancers do come nude, but it's more elegant. It's not like that gutter sleaze bag, what in the perversion mess that Lizzo's into. Lizzo literally likes to defy, again, this is my opinion. Some people can be like, this is a shakedown, baby. Just because it's a shakedown doesn't mean you didn't do it. If I see you rob a bank and I say, yo, give me 50,000, I'm telling on you, does that mean that it didn't happen? I'm sick of people using the word shakedown for it, but did you do it? And if they want money for their pain, fine, mine. And a court of law agrees with that too. And people being like, oh, so now they want money? Yes, hello, welcome to America. We live in a capitalistic country. Lizzo wants money. Lizzo's trying to save money. What is your point? But honestly, That Lizzo had them in some gutter mess, and she has the nerve to be like, it couldn't be, because when you went to an actual burlesque show where it's one of the most revered, where every celebrity, every dance captain, everybody that loves the craft of dance has gone to see, because it is supposed to be a thing of beauty and so inventive. A month later, after you had them eating forcing them to eat bananas on stage, after they said, no, I don't want to go, I don't want to go, and you telling them get up there and yelling things at them, further mocking them. Anyway, Lizzo attorneys Martin Singer tells TMZ, this is from TMZ, newly surfaced photos show Lizzo's accusers happily carousing and gleefully reveling backstage with performers from a topless cabaret show in Paris during Lizzo's tour. Again, it's not the same thing. It's a false equivalency. And baby, if this is all Lizzo has to do, that's like saying, I can't. Anyway, because I don't want to say because I'll get demonetized, but y'all see the thing. They said, Lizzo says the photos are from March 5th, which is about a month after the infamous February visit to Banana Bar in Amsterdam, the gutter, low down, dirty, trifling place that she forced everybody to go to because they need her money to eat. Lizzo defiles things. I hate people that defile things. There's something like so, ugh. Anyway, they said, remember in their suit, Lizzo's accusers claim she pressured them to eat banana. I'm not going to repeat that because I'll get demonetized. Anyway, Lizzo's accusers also claim they were essentially forced to go to the Paris topless show, but her attorney says that contradicts the photos. He says they were happily cavorting backstage with topless dancers who are the ones in colorful wigs. Now, if you guys don't know, there is a group pic of this. This is a group pic where they are just smiling. The dancers are there in the back, and all the dancers are wearing robes. I can't with it. The dancers are wearing robes. They're not even new. This is all you could come up with? And you got Marty Singer, and that's all you could do? A picture of you guys smiling? Not even that. You know how this don't make any sense? Has anybody had a job they hated? Raise your hand if you have. Have anybody been around people you can't stand, but for whatever reason you had to be around them? Has anybody been in a group event, especially when it's a job and they pay you and your boss is there? And when the boss is there, even though you hate it, you got to smile and act like you're having so much fun in the time of your life? Has anybody, any GD body, just because you pull up a group photo, what you think they went there and they were crying in the corner? Lizzo already forced them to eat bananas from nether regions. You really honestly think that they could go to Paris and Lizzo's like, get backstage? She already made them eat bananas. What's less? And tell them to get backstage. You really think they were going to sit there for the group picture and not smile? They already ate bananas. You think they're getting fired for that? This is so nonsensical. Everybody smiles and act like they're having a good time when the boss is there. I'm sick of Lizzo. And I'm sorry, Marty Singer. This is a dumb defense. Happily converting backstage with topless dancers. The picture, the dancers are in robes. Singer says Lizzo's accusers chose to re-up with Lizzo a few weeks after the Paris show and return for the third leg of the tour. They didn't choose to re-up. That is their livelihood. That's what they do for a living. On top of that, Lizzo is one of the few places that hire plus-size dancers. So the chances of them actually being I'm sick of people acting like this is like, honestly, yes, in a perfect world, when people are violated, they will go and demand justice and don't care if they lose their house and the whole village is stormed. They don't care. They have truth on their side. But in the real world, it's much more complicated. People have bills. People are supporting children. People are supporting family members. People are supporting themselves. People have a dream. Lizzo seems vindictive. You really want somebody super powerful putting a bad word out on you? Again, yes, I know the right thing to do is fight for your rights, but can we stop acting like people aren't human? Because if it was that easy for people to speak up, there'd be a whole lot more people in jail than they are. And I'm talking about for anyone, no matter what age that they were violated. I think people need to have a little bit more empathy for that. You know what I'm saying? Anything. They said, what's more, 1 month after the Paris backstage visit, Lizzo accuser Ariana Davis gushed over Lizzo in an audition tape, saying, it's been so amazing and such a beautiful journey. I look up to her so much. I just want to follow in her footsteps. I just want to share that with the Queen Lizzo herself. Okay, you kissed up to your job. I'm confused. What would make you think that Lizzo did it? If you found them living homeless on Skid Row, on drugs and cracked out because they're traumatized, but even then some of y'all would still have an excuse. They say this, Marty Singer, Lizzo's attorney, says, after we first reported on Davis' audition tape, she tried to explain away her glowing comments about Lizzo by claiming the bulk of her accusations were based on things that happened later. That excuse is completely contradicted by the facts, including these images. Wow, Marty, you got somebody on an audition tape for someone else talking about their old employer. If you walk into a job and you're trying to get hired, do you sit there and be like, oh, my old employer wasn't ish, I hated them? That's the surest way not to get a job. I'm sick of this. Is a dumb thing. They said that, okay, so the attorney for the accusers has a little bit of sense. She says, of course, they wanted to keep their jobs. They had bills to pay just like everyone else, but they finally had enough of the abuse. We stand by every claim in the lawsuit and look forward to the trial. We've been hearing from other former employees sharing similar stories, and as seen in the Los Angeles Times article today about how Lizzo used intimate footage of her dancers without their approval in the 2022 HBO Max Love Lizzo documentary. We're seeing even more a pattern of just how much Lizzo thinks of those who work for her. Clearly not that much. Y'all, Lizzo was spotted out in Malibu looking a damn fool, working on new music. Let me tell y'all something. Lizzo's musics are not, they're bops, but not bops to excuse Bill Cosby behavior. Not bops to excuse Harvey Weinstein behavior. Baby, yeah, okay. I can, listen, I don't need to see Lizzo running around my screen dressed like a blueberry in a Fenty Savage wearing sneakers, popping it and dropping it like it's hot when you got these accusations against you. I'm sorry. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. This is vile. Anyway, Lizzo's attorney says he has other substantial evidence in addition to the photos and videos that prove the glaring contradictions between what the plaintiffs claim in their bogus lawsuit and what is actually proven by the facts. Nothing's proven by the facts because it's a court of law. Lizzo's lawyer is ripping the lawsuit as a sham and tells us she intends to sue for malicious prosecution after she wins the backup. So basically, they're trying to scare the backup dancers into either dropping the suit or taking like a very low settlement. Because if there is a chance that they lose, Lizzo's going to sue for malicious prosecution. The only problem is for the malicious prosecution, you have to prove that the person knowingly and with intent. They have given more than enough evidence to prove that they could have a viable reason for feeling that way. Y'all, let me know what y'all think about this. And let me know if you're going to be buying Lizzo's album. Again, I was a big Lizzo fan. I like the bops, but I will not stand for this. And everything Lizzo has done and said since then confirms everything the girl says. Lizzo's only defense was, but they liked it. Girl, try again. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to y'all later.